hi, it's Gina from Gina XX Games. You can follow me on Twitter at GinaXXGod, on Instagram at GinaXXGod, and on Snapchat at GarethXXGod. I decided to do the social media thing first. I don't think there's anything else. I think most of the people following this are on my Facebook anyways, and already following me. But by random chance, if you should follow me or should discover this video, there you go. We can be friends on those things. You can come say hello. Sure. I decided not to write a script for this. I was originally, like I said, this is like the fifth or sixth time I'm winging this. I'm just hoping not to ramble too much, but I guess I'm going to talk about being poly. I mean, okay, actually, let me just say my name's Gina, 36, transgender woman from Canada, and I'm going to talk about being polyamorous, pansexual. Was there another one? Was there another one? No, I am what conservatives consider a special snowflake. Please cater to all my whims and needs. Bow down before the mighty transgender, polyamorous, pansexual woman. In a few years, I will be running this world with my other trans sisters. So, bow to be. To be. That's the conservative fear. The conservative fear. I think they think that's what's gonna happen. That men are gonna become outmoded. We have no use for men. Like just cut off their penises and just be done with it, right? Well, I mean, shit. I don't want to talk about that, but I mean, it wouldn't be the first person who's considering cutting off their penis, right? Yeah, I know. I'm that kind of person that would make that joke, because I can laugh at myself. So yes, at the beginning of the video, that was a picture of me, in case you're wondering, because I know these are the things that you think about all the time. You're like, is that Gina in the beginning of her video? It must be. I'm hoping it is. She's very pretty. I should ask her out and tell her that I have a crush on her. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. You have a crush on me? Oh, you're so cute. Can we go out sometime? Or something to that effect? But actually, I think the reason that spurred this conversation on, for me, was the fact that someone last night said to me, like, oh, hey, I have a crush on you. And while I could kind of tell they were into me, at the same time, I was like, what is going on? What? So, this is all the fact that, like, okay, so anyone who knows me, I'll just quick recap. I was like a loser guy for like 30 plus years. Nobody in their life would have told me that they had a crush on me. And if they did, it was news to, if they had one. Actually, somebody did tell me as a guy that they had a crush on me, but it wasn't until after they were already with another person who, they were getting married, and I'm just like, well, why would you tell me this now? Like, this is such useless information to me now. Sure, you feel safe. It's just like, I could have used that ego boost months ago. But, I guess now that I have transformed into le attractive femme, I don't know. Hey, get away from those cords, Missy. My cat's chewing my cords, or she's near them. I don't like her when she does that, but like I said, I take other people's word for that. They say, oh, you're pretty, and like I said, last night somebody told me they had a crush on me, and that's going pretty well. So I just kind of take people's words for it, because all I remember is the time that I really spent as a guy, and I was kind of a loser. I wasn't a loser. Like, I just sat at home and played video. Like, I was nothing special. In fact, I'm sitting here at home recording this, watching video game footage, so it's not like much has changed, other than, I guess, people say that look like a girl, like a pretty girl, I guess. Um, it still boggles my mind. This whole transformation's boggling, but then again, if you've watched any of my other videos, I did, want to lose the weight and get myself in better shape and all that good stuff, so I guess it worked out. And I should be happy. And I am happy. It's just, it's a adjusting to people being intensely into you, and trust me, there have been those people that have been, and it's just like, do you remember who you're talking to? Like, it is an adjustment, and not necessarily bad one. I'm just saying, like, it's weird, basically. So like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it already, but I had someone tell me they had a crush on me either last night or the other night, and I was taken aback by this. I was like, really? Like, I mean, I could kind of tell, but really? Me? Do you know who you know who you're talking to? It's me. Hi. Nerd girl that sits at home during the week. I mean, granted, I go out and try and enjoy, like, I try and go to events and stuff on the weekend now. I'm definitely more social than I used to be, but, you realize you're talking to me, the person that, you couldn't convince to get out of the house a couple years ago? Yeah, I don't know why I'm attacking this fucking guy. I really don't. I should just get out of here, but I'm dumb, so, herp. Okay, keep going. Climb that rock. Yeah, this is the thing with this game. You can't really just stop and like... You can't really just stop and try and kill zombies, even though I try and stop and kill zombies all the time. Because I'm just like, I want to get experience. But, okay, now that I'm diverting here, I wanted to talk about how much of a special snowflake I am. About how I'm a polyamorous, pansexual, trans lady. And, like, not even... I mean, I might have known what transgender was a couple years ago, but those other things... Oh, no, I would have known what poly was, too. But I wouldn't have known transgender. I would have known transsexual or transvestite, probably. But, like I said, looking back at this from, like, 3 years ago... 4 years ago, I should say. Was it 3 years ago? 2015? 2014? I'll just say 3 for safety. I wouldn't have known what these things were. I would have been like, huh? I always thought I was a straight male. Straight man. I was the straight man. The straight, white, cis man. But, life is funny, right? Because, I mean, I'd always felt this way inside. And I've talked about this in other videos, so I don't know really why I'm retreading it, but life got a whole lot more interesting. And I guess I always kind of thought, oh, it's because people, it's because you're boring or whatever. You're a boring person. Maybe that is the case. Maybe I am a boring person. But being trans hasn't really changed that, honestly. I'm still a boring person, but, I'm okay with it. I just need to get out of the house more often, but for the most part, I'm okay with being boring. I'm okay with just living a more mundane life. I mean, don't get me wrong, I wanna do things like start a band and all that, but as far as, like, I don't know. I guess maybe I want to be more interesting, but I'd always wanted to be that way despite whatever gender I was. Like, I always wanted to play music. That was nothing new. So, anyways, I'm kind of diverting. I wanted to make this video on polyamory, on pansexuality, and just relationships, like, and I have definitely, stepped into not a larger world, as far as, to quote Star Wars, taking your first steps in a larger world. What a nerd, I guess. So it's been interesting. It's been educational. I've enjoyed it. I like, I like, I like the, you know, with the pansexual, I didn't even think, but I was really, I was attracted to a trans man or trans boy, a sexy trans boy. Um, Granted, we're just friends now, but he was the sexy trans boy, trans man, whatever. We went on a couple dates, and it didn't really work out. He didn't even realize they were dates. That's the funny part. He didn't realize it was a date. So we're good friends, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. But then I had like this one person kind of like out of left field to me be like, oh hey, I really like you, like, and there was a couple, the person I've met one, like, let's see, I have about 3 or 4 people that I'm interested in, sexually, like emotionally, like vulnerably. I guess I'm jumping ahead here, but like I said, I found that I could be attracted to trans men and trans women, because there's been trans women I've been attracted to too, but a lot of those trans women don't know, or the couple that I have been just don't know about it. So, which is fine. I'd rather it stay that way. But oh yeah, Molotov for the win. So what was I going with this? Where was I going with this little discussion here? So I discovered I was pan. I also discovered that I'm kind of hypersexual too.
Oh crap.
In other words, I mean, like a lot of people, I just like sex
Damn it!
quite a bit.
What happened? How important are your photos?
What do they call that? Yeah, I am the opposite of my friend Kai, who is not the way I am. Sorry, I probably shouldn't mention you. I just shouldn't mention names at all. So my mistake here. What was I gonna say? So yeah, I'm just checking in on people here. So I'm really hypersexual. I like sex a lot. I mean, ever since I started estrogen, I've needed it less and less. Like I've been fine without it, but I remember as a guy I was like always. And I think that was a lot of that might have been loneliness, but I just really am into sex all the time, which is fine. I think they call it sex addict. I don't know if I prescribe to that. I prescribe to hypersexuality. I'm always willing to try things. There are some things that I'm not going to try, but so like I said, I was into trans men and women. You know, I'm into men. I'm not really into cis women a lot, like, just because I don't know, I want to be the woman in a relationship. And some, you know, trans women are still, we're still very much male in some ways, you know what I mean? We're still not male, you know what I mean though? We still have like a lot of male sensibilities that we're trying to fight against. And I know for me that in a relationship, I need to be the feminine, I need to be the one that's nurtured and cared for and looked after and treated like a lady, basically. Because I know that's what I want. That's what makes me feel good, and it feels right. You know what I mean? Like that's just what makes me feel right. So that's why I usually don't go for cis women, because most cis women want the exact same thing. So why would you wanna, you know, get into a relationship with someone who wants to? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll still nurture someone as well. I won't nurture them as much. You know, I'll be the more vulnerable one, basically, or at least that's what I want, because I feel like the more vulnerable one most of the time. So, but yeah, so there's that. I started being polyamorous about a couple months ago, and that's been interesting, because I've had about 3 or 4 people that I've been interested in, some more intense than others, some more seemingly realistic than others. I've met one person and enjoyed their company, and he's a great guy. In case you're listening, Shannon, you are a great guy. But sorry, god damn it, I shouldn't name names, but whatever. Everyone knows that we met. But yeah, so in the past I've like been a very intense emotionally kind of person, and so like um intense emotionally pretty much is what you would describe me. Not all the time, not all the time. I've learned to just quiet my how would you say it? I've learned to quiet my gittishness when it comes to like people and like attention, and because I used to be very not well, I guess I was, even as a guy I was clingy, which is the weirdest thing you wouldn't think, but and no, guys can be like that. Guys can be very you shouldn't undersell men. Men can be very emotionally attached, but I know I was that way for a long time. I really needed that attention and love, and
I can't even begin to thank you enough. What's your name? People are going to know about you.
My
basically
name doesn't matter because you're still not
that's just
getting
what
out
I
of here.
noticed
No
for
one's getting out
myself.
of here.
But then why'd you do
I
it?
kind of I lost my train of thought. I
Why risk
gotta
your
stop
life
looking
like
at my
that?
phone
I
because I'm
thought you deserved
recording
the
something
chance to
right now.
prove
I
me
should stop
wrong.
looking at my phone. So
Good
yeah,
fella.
Yeah.
I always felt guilty because I would
Thanks.
always talk to several
You
different
too.
people at the same time. Not like I wouldn't act on it, like I wouldn't cheat on someone if I was in a relationship, but I always found myself talking to several people. And one of the people that I'm seeing right now, and yes, I'm gonna say I'm seeing you, even if you don't want to be in a relationship with me. I'm saying that I'm seeing you. You can deal with that if that's not what you want to. Whatever. I need some kind of ownership over this to make it feel like it's worth something, you know. So I'm seeing some people. I'm seeing about 3 people right now. You know, seeing doesn't mean dating, but you get what I'm saying. And it's been good. I've gotten the love and attention that I need, which is honestly amazing considering like coming from someone who didn't really get a lot and who always needed that. And I could, you know, this is stuff like that has always been why I've thought I was female from the beginning anyways, because most guys need attention too. It's true, but I know I was always very much that way, very much craving attention, blah blah blah. So now that I find the benefit of polyamory is that I get that attention when I need it from many people. And it's funny, like I said, relationships come and go like seasons, you know what I mean? Like you're only going to be in certain parts of certain seasons or whatever. Like I've had people I've known, like I said, I had a friend who was my friend for 20 plus years, and he's no longer part of my season going into season 36 of Gina. They are no longer part of the show. They you know acquiesced their role on the television show that is my life, I guess. But I have made so many other friends. I've made so many supportive friends that have been like obviously in the trans community, but yeah, for the most part it's been nice. It's been good. It's been different for me to be polyamorous because I've heard about it. I thought about it. I just didn't think I could do it because I do have a lot of jealousy. And there are people, like I said, that I won't feel as close to because of circumstance, but I feel like I can like have strong feelings for people and like other people. It's tough though. It's really tough. Like I didn't think I could, but I think that I will be able to. Honestly, just I don't know. It's weird. It's different, and you know, it's hard to pin down because there are times, like I said, I was with someone, then they are also with someone else, or they talk to a bunch of other people, and sometimes it's hard to fight the jealousy of that. You know what I mean? It's hard to wanna just be cool and. But I found that I have been doing it, which is nice. I have been taking it easy and just relax. Pardon me. Playing it a lot cooler than I would, and just easing back my expectations, because that's always been my problem in these kind of situations, that I would just be like, and to be fair, and to be, you know, I'd expect like people to give me all their time and love and energy and tell me I was worthy and worthy of their love, or worthy of the attention they were giving me, or whatever. Of course, I get a little bit more sexual because, like I said, I'm hypersexual, but I don't really talk too much about it. But what was I gonna say? So yeah, like it's been nice. It's been nice to have a bunch of different people be really supportive and tell me that, you know, that they really liked me and that they wanted to be around me. Granted, a lot of it's very sexual, and I'm I'm a very sexual person. I totally admit that. I think I said I'm hypersexual earlier. I probably ranted about it. I just can't. That was 5 minutes ago. Hey, sweetie. So I can't remember. Too many drugs, kids. Too many drugs. But yeah, no. In seriousness, it's like I said, I like being cared about, you know. I think everyone does. And I know it sounds like such a, like, no duh state, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. I think that even though I have my trepidations about it, I think it's going to work out. I think that I'm in a better place than I was. That I have a lot of, like, my heart sometimes feels too full, either with love for my friends or other people, or love for these people, and, or, you know, it's either that or it's like I don't have any emotions at all. It's like one of those two extremes, basically, for me. I'll take that out. So I'm finding it's worked out well. It's made me feel loved and appreciated in a way that I just haven't before. Basically, it's made me feel a lot stronger. Like, I have so many people that care, and so many people I can explore my body with, and just be more free and more experimental. If there's one good thing about being a trans woman, especially one that apparently a lot of people wanna be with, is that there's plenty of room for exploration, and, you know, plenty of room for just trying to be myself, I guess. I don't know. How do I say it? Be my true self. That's what I wanted to say. Be my true self and explore this life in a way that I never really thought possible for the first 34, 33 years of it. So, shout out to all the awesome people that have, like, held me up and told me I was beautiful and just made me feel loved and wanted, even when I felt like such crap. And basically just, I don't know, I can't thank you guys enough. I don't know. I'm being sappy now. I don't want to be sappy. I'm trying to be hard, you know. I'm trying to not, like, I don't got no emotions. What are you talking about? Which is silly. I know. I kind of equate it to not, you know, having those kind of feelings for people sometimes, because some of the people don't really want that too intense. Some people really want intense. Some people are just not really that into commitment. It's been an interesting balance, one that I didn't think I would be able to do, but I'm learning. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I don't really have much else to say without rambling for another 5 minutes. So thanks for watching. I appreciate y'all who tune into this, to my tune into my channel, and, you know, I appreciate all the support, you know, in real life and everything. I know a lot of people say you're brave, you do this and that. I don't feel brave. I just feel like a person that needed to live their life. So just the fact that you guys are supportive in that way, just of me being my true self is enough, really. Like I said, I can't underestimate the support. So thank you guys so much for listening, and thanks for watching or whatever, and peace out, I guess.